Howdy, 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 and welcome back to the show, to my NASCAR-themed show that I totally did not skip last week. Yeah. What can I say? I suck sometimes, but here I am to make up for it. We have two races to talk about: Auto Club and this past weekend at the STP 500 at Martinsville. So let's get to it, and let's get to racing at Talladega. Actually, I'll just hit on. I did not mean to do that. I'm just gonna hit on Auto Club right quick. Kyle Busch won. Lots of guys blew out tires. People freaked out at Goodyear. It turned out dudes had, 12 pounds of tire pressure in their left sides, which it doesn't take a gearhead to know that's not enough tire pressure to have in your left sides or any tire ever. So yeah, I don't feel a whole lot of sympathy for him. I know a lot of people do. I don't. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I liked the race. I liked the fact that people that actually managed their stuff won. I like the irony at the fact that Kyle Busch won a race involving managing your stuff, because yeah, he's the most aggressive son of a gun ever of all time.
Gentlemen.
But yeah. Anyways, so there's Auto Club for you out of the way.
The green flag is out, and the race
Now
is
to move on to last Sunday's race at Martinsville. Very interesting start, very interesting race. Lots of cautions, lots of guys spinning out and stuff. Actually, maybe not a whole lot, but it seemed like it. You had Brad Keselowski getting very angry at Kurt Busch for, I didn't think it was a great reason. There was a accident on pit road. Casey Kane stopped. Brad Keselowski ran into him, and then tried to avoid him and hit Kurt Busch in the side. I thought it was just a typical Martinsville deal. It tore up Brad Keselowski's car, and we thought it would tear up Kane's and Busch's, but they ended up going on to pretty good finishes, especially Busch. But yes. But Brad Keselowski didn't seem to see it that way. He ended up going on a little bit of a mini rant at Kurt, calling him reckless and stuff. Actually, not really and stuff. He called him reckless, and then went after him on the track with a car that looked like a modified. I don't know if he was trying to wreck Kurt initially, but after that little rub, that very, very long rub on the backstretch, like right as the two came together, that first time Brad was out, he definitely was screwing with him. And I kind of liked it. I liked that method of payback. I didn't think it was overly justified, because I didn't think Kurt really did anything wrong or avoidable. But I liked that method of payback that Brad used over, simply dumping a guy. And I liked it better that he was angry and, he didn't just let it slide like a lot of guys do. They say they're going to do something and then they don't do anything. I kind of liked it that he went after him, he messed with his mind, and yeah, he slowed down other cars, but he didn't, involve anyone in a wreck. He didn't do what Jeff Gordon did to Clint Boyer at Phoenix a couple years ago. Turned him head onto the wall, took out Joey Logano. That's stupid. That kind of stuff gets people hurt, and it's just stupid, because you wreck a lot of equipment that doesn't need to be wrecked, and you take innocent people with you. So I liked what Brad was doing in a sort of sense. Again, I wasn't sure it was totally justified, but if he was gonna do it, he did it right. Anyways, Kurt thought he was done. Actually, he thought he was done after the contact on pit road. he had one of his custom patented Eeyore moments, and then he got better, and his car got better over the long haul. It was definitely an interesting race, but I'm actually concentrating here. All right. Back off me, Bobby.
That's his fastest split through that section.
But yeah, kind of lost my train of thought. Yep.
They are running hard today.
That was the quality of programming you missed last week. All 2 of you that are subscribed to my channel. But yeah, it ended up being a pretty good race. Tire wear was a big issue. Jimmy Johnson was the best at pacing himself. It seemed like throughout most of the race, people would catch him kind of early to mid run, and would pass him for like 5 laps. And okay, that wasn't cool. But yeah, okay. Regroup, refocus. Yeah, people could catch him and they'd pass him for about 10 laps, and then they'd come right back to him. That's what makes Jimmy Johnson so good, man. He's just so good at driving smart, driving races smart. But he ended up not winning it. That final run, Kurt, who thought he was who had come back from his Eeyore moment, and they had made the car good, and he was able to race him and beat him. It looked like it was going to be like usual, because he passed Jimmy, and then he went about 10 laps, and then Jimmy passed him right back. But Kurt stayed with him and was able to beat him. So, I mean, what can you say? And now Kurt Busch is in the chase. I know. Six drivers, 6 winners, 6 races. We're on a pace for 26 races, or 26 winners. Whatever. That's not gonna happen, and I don't know if we're even gonna get close to. I still don't think we're gonna get to 16.
He is currently running.
I'm not really feeling any worse about that. We're not gonna get to 16. But Jimmy Johnson is not one of them yet. He's going to be at some point. He's led more laps than anyone. He's led almost twice as many laps as the next guy, which I think is Kevin Harvick. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, he's led the most laps in the series. Jimmy Johnson's going to be just fine. He's going to win a race, and even if he doesn't, I mean, I guess he'd probably end up making it on points. But it's hard to believe with places like Texas this weekend and Dover and just other places. I'm trying to think that he normally, Charlotte, just places he's really good at. And his team's really good at, and his organization, Hendrick, is really good at, which is, pretty much all of them. He's gonna win. So.
He's moving up on second
yep.
place.
Anyways, hey, I managed to wreck and come back up here to battle for the win.
One more spot to go.
I guess that's the product of racing on 90%. I mean, I am totally racing this on the hardest difficulty. I really thought it'd be harder coming from the back, short races. But this race has gone on forever, it feels like. But, yeah, we got Texas. We got my home race coming up. I will be there. It'll be fun. I'm still trying to decide who I want to pick. And okay, that's enough wrecking. I think that's twice now. But yeah, this does not race at all like Talladega. Mostly because I'm having to slow down in the corners.
You're leading the herd.
So yeah, how's your day going? This is where I learned I'm a very uninteresting person, because now I'm just trying to kill time. But I'm trying to think of anything else interesting from the race. I mean, it was a good short track race. I mean, it's what had lots of cautions, and as I said for my Bristol preview a couple of weeks ago, I don't believe NASCAR fans like wrecks, but I think there is some they love restarts, and the only way you can get restarts is through cautions. So, this race had lots of those, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Guys were almost out of tires because there weren't that many green flag runs until the very, very, very end, like with about 350. Well, that's not the very, very end, but with about 350 to go or something like that. At about lap 350, not with 350 to go. With 150 to go.
Great action all over the racetrack.
Yeah, great action, especially a guy hitting the wall.
Only one more lap to go. A couple more spots to go.
I'm coming for you, Bobby. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. Okay, car, turn.
What a day for racing.
But I did think it was funny. One moment during the race, there was they were doing I guess a promo for the Texas race, and they had Greg Biffle up there talking about like how everything's bigger in Texas. Like, yeah, the wrecks are bigger. I kind of sat there and thought for a sec, and I took a second to think about it, and was like, you know, when are there ever wrecks at Texas anymore? I mean, that's gonna be the green flaggiest race. I tweeted that. I was like, that is gonna be the green flaggiest race of the season. Why are they hyping wrecks? But, oh well. Green flag races are good too. They have their place. Fans will hate it, but oh well. Anyways, well, there we go. Great rally by Davey Allison after a disastrous qualifying session. Disastrous because he didn't even take place in it. Well, alright then. Let's see. I'm only 51 points out of the lead. I guess I'll see y'all next week after Texas. And I'll see y'all later this week for my preview. Which, if I have my way, will be on site. And by on site, I mean like outside the... Yeah, it won't be that special. But anyway, okay, I'm gone. Catch you on the flip side. J-Mac out.